What's up, guys? So we came to the area where George Floyd was unjustly murdered. At the time, it was something that was, deeply pulled at my soul. Was very, it rocked the nation. This one had really took me out, and it was enough. I was ready to come on down here and protest and get on it, and I couldn't be here and not come here. George Floyd Square. Where there's people, there's power. We parked here across the street. This is what they call George Floyd Square. So this is the People's Way store. It's closed down, but there's a lot of murals. Had a Justice for George sign. And then right across the street here is a Cup Foods. Yeah. It's still a memorial. Say his name. On May 25th, the world lost George Perry Floyd, a loving father, brother, nephew, and son. His life was taken at the hands of that evil man. I won't say his name, who knelt on George's neck for an excruciating 9 minutes. In his final desperations, he pleaded for life. George's story is not just one of a tragedy, it is a story of resilience and hope. His death sparked a global movement for racial justice, as millions of people took to the streets to demand change.
The death of George Floyd was a pivotal moment in history, sparking a global movement for justice and equality. On May 25, 2020, George Floyd, a 46-year-old black man, was killed in Minneapolis, Minnesota during an arrest by a police officer. That police officer knelt on Floyd's neck for over 9 minutes. Despite Floyd's repeated pleas that he couldn't breathe, this tragic event was captured on video, leading to widespread outrage and protest against police brutality and systemic racism. Floyd's death became a symbol of the urgent need for change, inspiring millions to demand accountability and reform. His legacy continues to fuel the fight for a more just and equitable society. In the days following his death, people took to the streets in cities across the United States and around the world, demanding justice for Floyd and an end to racial injustice. These protests, often led by the Black Lives Matter movement, called for significant changes in policing and the criminal justice system. The widespread demonstrations highlighted the deep-seated issues of racial inequality and police violence, pushing these critical conversations to the forefront of public discourse.
Just walking around the neighborhood, guys. You changed the world, George. You really did.
Imagine walking down a street where every step you take is a reminder of lives lost to police brutality. This is the reality at the George Floyd Memorial in Minneapolis. Here, a tribute lines the pavement called the Mourning Passage, the names of countless victims etched into the ground, each one a stark reminder of the urgent need for change. This street isn't just a memorial, it's a call to action, a place where the community gathers to remember, to mourn, and to demand justice. It's a powerful testament to the lives that were cut short and a solemn vow that their stories will not be forgotten.
So yeah, guys, walked through the neighborhood, checked everything out, and happy that I got to come here. And we'll never forget. Say his name, George Floyd. That was really heavy, guys. And I think when I think about it now and I just sit and process for a minute, that what really rocked me to my core at the time was that I was a new mother for the first time to a black son. And you know, so many times black men have gone through unjust deaths and police brutality in this country, that it, for the first time when George Floyd's death occurred, it was the first time that I was now a mother of a black boy. And that, you know, part of what I'll have to do in this lifetime along with my husband is that we will have to teach him how to navigate this world to just try and stay alive just because you're black and you a man. So that was really heavy. And rest in peace, George Floyd.